Hi guys, so today I have this new set from Diamond Press to share with you. They did bring this to HSN. They did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Having said that, it is now available there on HSN. It's the shopping bag pop-up die and stamp kit. I believe it'll be on with Suzanne Gets Crafty on Tuesday night, but it is available now. I'll have the link there for you guys. But you can see it when it's demoed then too, okay? And I believe that's tomorrow night. I'll have that info in the description box because I don't really know the exact time on that. And again, that would be on HSN. But let me bring these out. Aww, how cute. Sorry, I'm just showing out these dies over here. So we have is the die set. It does have an extended cutting folder, and it looks like this is going to make your bag. You have your gussets on the side, the little handles, a little tag, which is always sweet, and then like the tissue paper. So we have the elongated folder. Again, if you don't have a marquee, you can use this for something else, but you can definitely run these dies through any other machine that you have that cuts thin metal dies, and vice versa. You can also put other companies' thin metal dies in the marquee, as long as they fit, right? So let's see that. And then the stamp set, just because it's really nice and bold and I just want to show it to you already. Look at this big square. How cute is that, just to make a background on something else? So these patterns, of course, you can pattern your little bag, the tissue paper, you know, do whatever it is that you want with them. This one's really nice and big, and I can give you an idea. Found my ruler. Now the struggle with that clear one. It's about a 4-inch square. It looked about 4 inches. A little bit, maybe 3 7/8 inch square. We have the congrats, thank you, love, joy, hooray, shop till you drop, happy birthday to you. So lots of different sentiments, right, for different occasions. The little confettis and streamer type things. Super cute. I think you can probably layer those up because it looks like this one. Yeah, you can have some fun with that. And well, let's see what the instructions say. Shopping bag pop-up card, examples with stamp patterns on the side panels, examples with stamp patterns on the front and back panels, so like the little patterns there. Oh yeah, so like I said, you can kind of layer those up. And an example made with twine for the handle. Aw, that's cute. Of course, these are computer generated, but it gives you kind of an idea of what we're thinking of here. And then also, I mean, you can just use pattern paper to create your bags. So we have all the different stamps again here. Oh, look at that. Okay, so the two sets, right, like I had mentioned earlier, you can kind of layer those, but I didn't think about this one here. So you can stamp it in one direction, then turn it and stamp it in another direction. You have like a plaid pattern. Love it. Really versatile on that one. And then, of course, you're going to do your card base and then all the bits here. So we'll do that in just a minute. Just want to see if there's any other examples here. Okay, yeah. Let's see, we end with number 10 here. So the examples are basically here. Okay, what I'm going to do is grab some papers and we will get started. Okay guys, so to get started, I have what I'm going to do for the card base. I also have what I'm going to do for the bag. I just think it's going to be really sweet in this poinsettia print, so I'm going to do that. But of course you can do the stamping and all those kind of things. For the card base, what I did was just grab some of the new papers. These are the new Diamond Press papers. Hopefully they're still available. I know the large Christmas crafting set sold out, but they had the paper pads separately also. And so this piece is cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, so it's just matting inside the standard A2 size card base. I'm also going to top this off with a Season's Greetings die, I think, to make it nice and simple on the front, just boom, and then when you open it up you have your little bag, which is also a gift card holder, okay, so I think we didn't maybe mention that here, but that's what you can place in there. And then I have some pieces cut down. So what I did here is, because the paper is 8 inches square, to maximize my paper I went ahead and just cut it at 4 inches, because that you know, if I wanted to do like a mat where it's 4 1/8 in here, just so it's matted up a little bit, then I have to cut another piece a different way. And so I was like, you know what, I'll just maximize my paper. It's 8 inches. I just cut it right in half at 4 after I cut it at 5 1/4 in the other direction. That way the matting is the same all around. So it's a 1/4 inch all around. And this is just a base, just to put some different color here. You don't have to do this at all. I just thought it would look nice for the card base. So we want to make sure that's really down because you're going to build your pop-up on top of something like this. So I'm just going to place this here. And I always kind of make sure that it's not right in the crease. You know, just butting up to it, but not interfering with it. And on this side, such pretty papers. So again, making sure that's really stuck down there and here. And I'm just eyeballing to make sure it's about left and right. Okay, and that is our card base for now until I do the topper when we're all done. Okay, feels nice and sturdy. And like I said, I'm just going to cut these guys. And I have some tissue paper here actually because I used some very recently in a different project. So I do have some sitting here. And I think I'm actually going to use this to cut actual tissue paper. But you can use, you know, you can cut regular paper with that. So this is tissue paper times 2. And hopefully, well, let me see. I might be getting ahead of myself. I need to see how the tissue paper is used, if it's actually there to keep things sturdy. It might be there to kind of help you hold up your gift card. But I want to try it with regular tissue paper, so I'm going to do that. And we need 2 of the shopping bag front and back, so this part. Of course, we need 2 gussets. We're going to need 2 handles, 2 of this guy. And I'll cut a little, so basically we're going to use everything, of course. I'll cut this little guy out. Probably have some craft cardstock because I like the look of that. And then we'll stamp it with something. So I'm going to put that to the side for now, though, so that's later on. Right now I want to talk about the basic construction. So we need 2 of this guy. So I'll do 1, 2 if it fits here. If not, you know, I'll wedge them in over here somehow. So we need 2 of that. And then 2 of the sides. I think I'll be able to get everything on here. So I will be right back. I'm just going to, well, you know what? I'll show you what I'll do that way. We do a little of this together. So again, I like to keep things real close. Now, if you want to pay attention to, you know, the direction of the paper. This paper, I don't think it's particularly directional, but this is the top of your bag, right, where the 2 little holes are. So if it's like, okay, I want it to be here, and I want this to look like this, you know, however it is that you want to turn it, it might make a difference in how much paper you can get cut from one piece, but we will see. Again, this is an 8-inch piece of paper, and normally what I do is if I wanted to put this on this side, I don't really cut into this area. I'll cut this way. And I'm just taking a leap of faith here because I don't know if I need it to be on this side or turned a different way or however. Because I could have measured it and we'd know that, wouldn't we? Okay, so for now I'm just going to hold this down. I don't want it to shift too much because I'm trying to maximize my paper. And again, I like to use a well-loved folder just to show you guys that you can do that, and I'm trying to see if it fits better this way. If it fits better this way, then I'm just going to cut down. You know what? I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to cut this down. And I'm going to, again, keep as much paper as I can free over here on this other side, so we can use that. Just because if it's right on the very edges, you know, I don't want to have any issues with that, so I'm going to use it this other direction. And again, I give it a little tilt. That way when you're pushing it through, it hits this area first instead of hitting, boom, the whole line, straight line there. So it just goes smoothly, as you can see. And let me remove these guys. So, just like that, I'll do the same thing with the second one, and then these 2 little pieces, and I'll come back about the tissue. Okay, we'll do that in just a minute. And I'll probably just cut this from some red paper. I think that'll coordinate really nice, little red handles. So I'll get that cut out of a red scrap of paper, 2 of them. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so a couple things. I did go ahead and cut the tag out because in one of the steps we're going to need these things, and I just want to show you how I cut this so that, you know, you use a lesser amount of paper. They just kind of tucked into each other. So we have those guys. We have our front and back 2 gussets. We have the sides. We have the 2 handles. I cut this little guy out. And then from one of the stamps that they'll also be, I think, talking about, from the year of stamps, the mega stamp set, I have this Winter Wishes. And actually, that reminds me, my Let It Snow is right here. I need to put that back. Put that back. Okay, guys, sorry. I was going to use a certain thing to stamp this with, but I changed my mind. So let's do this again. What do I want? Like this? probably. So what I'm going to do is put the word winter on here, and I am using a stamp press, and I'm only going to ink up the one side. You can see I was trying to ink up the other side, and I was going to do it by eye, but you know what? I'd rather not. Okay, so we're going to put that there. Oopsie. Just going to ink up the side that says winter. You can also just bend it over the side of like a stamping block, but that's not my preference, just so you can do it again if you have to. There's winter. Clean this off really well, just so I don't get any extra ink anywhere. And then we're gonna do wishes. Come on, buddy. Where do I want that? Like here, here, maybe there. Okay, and now I'm going to ink up the side that says wishes. A little bit more there. Aw, very good. Okay, I'm going to let that dry so you can see it's a little bit wet. And in the meantime, where am I putting this? Let's put this over here. I have this stuff here, and I'm going to cut, it needs 2. This is thin, but I'm still going to just do 2. But if you want to layer more up because it's tissue paper, you know, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to pull one of these guys out from the center, hopefully. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, it took me a second to get that. So I'm just going to run this through. It's, you know, tissue paper. If anything, what I'll probably do is double it over. I'll show you what I mean. And the reason there's a long cutting folder in this is because this is a little bit longer than your regular cutting folder. Oopsie. So I'm just going to fold this over just to cut it at once like this. And I'm going to roll it through this guy, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have this here. It's so soft and delicate, how cute. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side so I don't misplace that. Hopefully I won't forget that I put it right in front of myself. Okay, so we have all our pieces cut. I have my card base ready, and then we have this. So on A it says fold backside to backside, well not in A, but on number 3, A, all the pink lines, and then on the yellow fold front side to front side along the yellow lines. So they do have this in 2 different places, but it's not to do this time, and this time I'll only do the yellow. You know, they're trying to show you like on the pink, backside to backside. So I'm folding it so that the backsides touch, right? Which is a good way to explain it, I think. I know sometimes it's like, okay, wait, what? So back to back is touching. And we're going to do this to both of them, okay? And then on the yellow lines, like this one here, we're just going to fold it front side to front side. Okay, so when I'm done with this one, it's going to look like this, because basically that's going to come up this way. Hopefully you can kind of tell it's half the bag. I'll do the same thing to this one. On these guys, again, backside to backside, so we're folding these back, which of course are those score lines with tabs, which usually go backwards. But, you know, on the other one, that tab goes forward, but really it's going backwards by the time you turn it to the inside. Anyway, and then there's a little line right here. You can see it there. We're going to fold that one, back like this also. But these guys go forward. So forward, it's just making that gusset. Hopefully you can kind of see what's going on. And if you really give it a squish at this point, or like Randy used to say, a quish, you're going to give it a good quish right there. And there you go. Okay. Let's see. The other thing is this little guy. Now this guy, since I use tissue paper, it's, you know, not the easiest thing to tell what's going on here, but basically it says fold front side, again, backside to backside along the pink score lines, which would basically be this. And then you can kind of mess with these little bits. Sorry about that. Someone wants to drive kind of crazy. It would be these guys, kind of mess with them. But I'm just going to leave it like this for now. So we'll put those 2 there. And all right, number 4, attach handles and gift tag. So I'm gonna fold these guys before we move on to step 4, but I'll be right back. Okay, so we have all our pieces, and then whatever you consider the front side of this, they're both basically the same, but just one's gonna be front, one's gonna be back. It says to go ahead, and if you're gonna use, you know, the handles, or if you wanna use twine, however you wanna do it, it says to go ahead and put this little guy through one of them, and I think I'm gonna put it here, because that makes most sense. So through there, through here, and then through these holes. And on the back side, I'm going to turn this over. You're going to adhere these. Right? Put a little glue under the tabs. Or these little guys. And I'm just kind of eyeballing that. And about how much do you want out, you know. So I'm putting like about 1/4 inch down in there. And before this glue really sets up, I'm going to turn it over and kind of take a look. That looks pretty good. So cute. I put it on the side, you can put it wherever you like, of course. Alright, and for this other one, I'll do basically the same. But what I'll do is go ahead and put the glue here. Take my little handles. Just try, this way. I was trying to think, do I want to put the rough cut side facing this way or the other cut, because it's the back of the handle, so it would be the rough cut side, right? But however you want. So I did put the rough side up here, and I'm just going to put this together for a quick eyeballing. That's fine. They're about the same. Tucked in, you know. So we have that. And then it says, step 5, apply adhesive to front and back panel tabs as shown in blue, and put them one in front of the other, wrap and adhere the glue tabs in place. So it's going to be something like this. And since I already have mine folded and they're still folded from before, I'm just going to do it now the way I'm seeing it, but the way they recommend here is a little bit different. But I'm just going to do this and put these guys one in front of the other and hold on to them. So I hope that does the same effect. I think it does. Right? Because you want the gift card holder on the inside. So I think we did the same thing, just a little bit differently. Okay, now we will be on step 6, and I can kind of see what they were discussing before. It's just that I did it a slightly bit different, and now we're going to bring these guys in here, and they said to glue them to one side, of course, and then glue them to the other side. Okay. So for step 6, I am going to go back to what they're doing because I don't want to confuse anybody. And because for me, looking at it like this, I would, you know, we had it like this. Obviously, this is going to crunch up like this when it goes into a card. I would just glue these panels, glue that one and glue this one, and be happy with that. It'll open up and everything's fine. I'm going to show you what they're discussing here because it's a little bit... It has more steps, but maybe, you know, when you want to refer back to this, you might remember from the video what they're talking about. So I'm going to turn this exactly the way it looks. Like the little tag is here. It looks the same, you know. They have theirs folded out like this. Okay, so as you can see, mine's a little bit crooked even. And I did my little tabs a little bit different than they needed to be because I tucked them on the inside, but they have theirs tucked on the outside. As you can see here, you can see the tab on the outside, and mine are like inside. But what they're showing here is take one of these guys. We're going to put glue all over that and just basically splitting the difference, you know, where the score line is. We're lining up on the score line up to the top. Okay, so I'm going to do that on both sides. So again, we have that little gusset facing out here. So I think what I showed you is probably simpler, but maybe it's easier to explain it with the picture. And so again here at the very top, very bottom, you know, that score line. And mine's already folded up from earlier because I scored everything like it had asked to do. So mine's pretty much already crunched up and doing all this. But what they're telling you in these next few steps, that might look a little confusing maybe is just this. We just glue these on here, and then they're just telling you to lay this flat and then to move it back and all that kind of stuff. But mine are already in that form, right? Because we already scored them earlier. So that's all they're telling you here. So I don't want to confuse anybody. Basically, they're telling you to do this, and then push it back on that middle flap, and then bring these flaps forward. So basically what you had. And then we're going to put glue on these guys. So that is step 7, basically. And now we're on to step 8, which says to fold open front and back panel as shown. This guy, put the glue, which I already did. Oh, it's already drying even. It's interesting. That was pretty quick. And then we're going to just bring this over and make sure that closes on here. Again, I'm paying attention to the very top, that this little line is at the top here of the bag, and to the side. So top and side. Top, sides is what I'm paying attention to here. There's that one, and then this one. And it says at this point you also want to make sure it lies flat. So there we go. And I tell you, the magic and the genius of Diamond Press is that there is already a cut here, and you guys already know with my pop-ups it drives me nuts when it's stuck together. So the fact that it's 2 pieces really helps out. So there's that guy. And this is the front of my bag. But okay, so that's what we're doing here. That was step 8. And then 9 says to glue this into your card base, and you're gonna put glue on one side, glue it down, glue on the other side, close up your card. So very typical of pop-up cards, right? So my card's gonna be like this, open it here. This is the front of my little bag because it has the winter wishes there. So I'm gonna glue this part down first. Again, I always use wet glues just because they're gonna last longer over time, but you know, whatever it is that you want to use is fine. So I'm gonna lay that right in the crease. Pretty much. And then when we close this up, we're gonna have that. Oh, my little handles are a little bit out. So pay attention to that. I did about a 1/4 inch in, so I would say if you're gonna do this, maybe, I don't know, 1/3 of an inch or even 1/2 an inch in, if you want to not have that stick out right there, which I'm assuming is what you would prefer. Okay. And then we're going to put some glue on this side. Again, just to that score line. And right down there. And now we're just going to close it up. And this is still wet, so I don't really want to open this, but you can just, you know, take a peek and make sure everything's good and how you want it to be. Oh my gosh, you guys. And look at that. Why does it open flat? Because it's slit down that middle part. Love it. I mean, you guys know my pet peeve with pop-up cards. So this is just, I just love it. I mean, look how cute this is. Oh my gosh. And it's still wet and it's working great. So I'm going to let that sit for just a minute because we are going to come in and manipulate this. But for while that's doing that, I would put a weight on it. Usually I put like a little marquee or something on top of it. On this next step, you're supposed to just glue these to each other, like down the center. I'm going to use a wet glue. Hopefully, you know, you don't see too much of this down here because that's not going to look as beautiful with tissue paper. But I'm just gluing those together like they say. I'll do the same thing with this one and I'll be right back. So it's still a little bit wet, but what we're going to do is step 10 is the finishing touches. This is so cute, you guys. My goodness. And of course you would put your gift card in here. I'll try to find something I can pop in there just to show you, but clearly it's made for that, so obviously it's going to work really well. What they say is to put a little glue on this back side or front or whatever it is. And we're going to glue this into the panel, like in here. So you saw I put glue on this front side that's facing me so I can stick it here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one, but I'll put glue on the opposite side. Let me see if it makes it look. Oh, so cute. Okay, I'm going to put glue on this side and stick it down on this back side. You can put that one a little bit higher if you want it to kind of peek out a little taller than like this front one. Just a little extra style bit. Alright, let me go grab a gift card just so you can see what that looks like, and I'll be right back, guys. So I'm going to put this away because that's it. Super sweet, super cute. Again, lots of different occasions that they put on there. So I found this Vans one. As you can see, it's kind of old. And I would just put that in there. So cute. So on the front, and then when the recipient opens it, adorable. Look at that. I mean, oh my gosh. This is, I'm blown away. I love when things work. And this one works so well, so easily. Super cute. So on the front here, let me grab, I think what I'm going to do is, let's see. I think somebody had questions in the comments once or recently about this one, so I think I'll use this one. It's a nice sizable die. Now, I might orient it this way because that way when the recipient opens the card, you know, the purses or the bag's looking at them. So we're going to do that. I'll probably cut this out of some red paper, and let's do this in gold. I think so. So I'll be right back. I'm going to run this through some gold paper, this one through red paper, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I usually don't do too much die cutting on camera because of the shake of the camera, but I do like to show you guys, you know, as we're working with these things. Oh, even the lettering Christmas, you can keep that for something else, you know, the little letters that come out of here. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to simply glue that to that, and I'll be right back. This isn't too small, so what I'm going to do is, I don't have to do the glue on the back of my hand trick. I'm just going to put glue, you know, wherever I can on these letters and things. And just glue it down and I'll be right back. Okay. So with things like this, I always like to keep the front kind of simple, kind of, you know, so it opens up. And this is what the star of the show. But for now, what I'm going to do is just pop this right here on front. I'm just eyeballing it. Some dimensional adhesives. And there's Season's Greetings, awesome, nice, sizable pieces. That's the question I had gotten was if they were too big. So I kind of wanted to show you like on an A2 size card how it looks. Perfect for a slim line, you know, all these different pieces. I already showed some on a slim line before too. So you can put it on anything else and it doesn't feel claustrophobic. It fits really nice like with this A2 size. And then 5x7, of course, you'll have some more room for whatever else you might want to do. And there's our little guy. And I'm not sure why I took this gift card out, but I'll pop it back in. And sorry, yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll have some images for you guys. I'll have the links in the description box. Thank you so much, Die Press, for sending these items for review. I mean, you guys, look how cute and sweet. Honestly, I wasn't sure how this was going to work up because it's thin, but it worked really great and it looks really, really adorable. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye now.